Hi, I'm Rob Johnstone of 3Max and Calgary Home Pros. Do you realize that for some time now it's not been mandatory to disclose if a property was a previous grow-up? For heaven's sakes, you could be living in a grow-up and not realize it. Or if you're buying a new property, how do you figure out if the one that you're buying wasn't a grow-up before? Hang on, we're going to talk about it. Hi, Rob Johnstone here with 3Max and Calgary Home Pros. If you remember last time we talked about 2 points. Banks still are not lending money on properties that were grow operations before, even if they're remediated, that's fixed up or not. Other point is, it's crazy, but if you grow 2 or 3 plants in your house, marijuana plants that is, which is legal, and the banks find out about it, they're not going to put a mortgage on your property right now, so you might have trouble selling it. So you want to be discreet about that. So let's move into today's topic as far as marijuana grow-ops. Fact is, for some time now, they have not been disclosing on listings. It's not been mandatory that a property has previously been a marijuana grow-op. Why they're doing this? They've decided in the legal world that when property, a marijuana grow-op, has been remediated, that is fixed up, it is fixed. Same as if there was a leak in the roof or a plumbing leak in a pipe or an electrical problem. It's fixed, no need to talk about it anymore. I have a bit of an issue with that. I've been in grow operation homes that have been remediated. Now remediated is fixed up. Oh, by the way, the properties that are kind of coming and going in behind me here, these have all either are or have been grow operations. So you can tell the ones with the big fences and the signs, those have not been remediated. So if you're a buyer, it's pretty easy to tell, right? But the other ones, they have been remediated and it's kind of difficult to tell. So why concerned? Well, I've been in homes that have been remediated and police officers tell me this is a telltale sign. It can smell kind of a moist, cinnamony smell in the property, and so, and my nose isn't that sensitive really. So I'm concerned, that maybe it wasn't remediated quite properly. Another point, a couple realtors in my office, they have had offers to purchase on remediated grow-up homes with buyers, and they have taken testing companies in on their own as part of a condition to the purchase, and they found, at least on 2 occasions that I know about, where the level of spores has been above the public recommended health limit. So, cause for concern. I've actually seen pictures of grow operations that are so bad you can see the mold coming through the siding on the outside of the house. So, and the fact is, a grow op can have 1 or 2 plants in it, or can have like 2,000. It's still a grow op, still labeled the same. So how do you tell if a property is a grow op? Well, there's one way on title, and there's a couple of physical things that you can kind of look for as well. On title, AHS, Alberta Health Services, registers a health document on the title of the property that was a grow-up. So it's basically forbidding registration of other transfers of title, pending notification that it has this health problem. So you see it on title. Problem is, once the property's been remediated, that is discharged off title. So what you have to do is go back into the historical registrations of the title and check through. And sometimes you have to go several years back to see if there was a registration on there. So if there was, that tells you it was a grow operation at some point, or an illegal meth lab or something like that. So it's not terribly expensive to go back and check through if you know what you're doing. Alberta Spin is the registration site that I use, and you can go through the discharge documents if you just flip through an account and have the legal description. And so, good tip to know if you're buying, or if you want to check out your own property. Physically wise, when the bad guys set up a grow operation, what they do is they chisel out typically underneath the electrical panel. The reason for that is, as you know, most properties, the power comes in, up to the meter, and then back down into the electrical box. So they break open underneath the power panel, and they expose the conductors, and they actually splice onto them there, and they get their electricity before it goes to the meter. So the meter does not jump as far as the amount of electricity being used, which is a red flag for the police to go get the bad guys. So that's one. The other physical signs are a little bit less obvious. You can look underneath the joists or the beams and look for screw holes along, and that's indication that there's been lighting up above. If a basement floor has been recently painted, because the grow operation will stain the concrete, that is an indication as well that it's been a grow operation. Oh, and I'm told, I don't smoke dope, but my wife has a colleague that does, or know somebody that does. But anyways, apparently buying on the street, it's like half price compared to buying in the legal marijuana shops. So I think there's still going to be grow ops out there. That's the long and the short of it. It's going to be a continued issue that's going to keep going on. But if you're buying, or if you recently bought and you want to know, check out your property in those ways. Oh, and yeah, I mean, if it's me and I'm buying, I'm going to be concerned. You know, you bring the grandkids over, I don't want them getting asthma or something. Or if they do have asthma, I don't want it to be irritated by when they come to visit. Or, you know, I've got a young family, same kind of issues. Anyways, that's it for disclosure and figuring out properties that are grow ups or not. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.